Welcome, friends. Time for the bait shop this week. Howdy. Sorry about that. I was getting all the last thing that I edited was for the live show at 8 o'clock. So unfortunately, I left that one up to start with. Oh well. Boy, I usually start that and walk away too. I don't even look. I just happen to look like that's not right. Alrighty. Well, welcome. Ooh, it's Halloween. Buck's got his Halloween gear on tonight. Well, this event, if you're out there doing it right now, Buck, you don't have your docs up. Get over there, buddy. You don't have your chat up. There we go. All right, now it's a little better. Get your chat up there, my friend. Okay. Things are better now. All right. So this event, Halloween event. Well, that's basically what's in the news, right? Halloween event. What else is there? Oh, by the way, now, I guess it started yesterday to the end of the event. 25% discount on your travel. So that's pretty sweet there. They're easing up. That still don't make up for bait, one bait at the wheel. Come on, fishing planet, one bait. And then I gotta wait 24 hours to get one more. How many how many bloody dough balls did I have to buy? Well, I went to the store one, two, three, 4 times. And I had 43 of them. It's a tough one. Tough one. That's all I can say at this point. Have fun, guys. We're gonna go through this thing tonight. I'm gonna rip down through there. Knock it all out in half an hour. The event. What else is in the news? Turn that off, Buck. We don't want that on there. Go to sleep, phone. Don't bother me. Oh, the pumpkin candy. Now, I understand, the pumpkin candy deal. It's in buy it in the store. Um, you're in the middle of an event that pumpkin candy ain't part of. Why am I getting it? I know I can still go if I didn't have that mission done already. I could, and you can do that. You have the what are those challenges? Your challenges there, and you got to catch a certain amount of fish on the Halloween candy, and you can still catch those. I was catching on the Tiber when I was, they were part of eating my blood dough balls. Was the skeleton bluegill, so you can. They're out there for that challenge to get that done, and those challenges are nice. Pay attention to those challenges because some of those challenges. You get 12 bait coins plus something cool. So a lot of them are just you get one bait coin, and the challenge is brutal to get one bait coin. But you know, I never went after them specifically, except for some of the challenges like so many antlered fish each year for Christmas. Like I don't have all the antlered fish yet, and I've done the Christmas event 3 times. Yeah, just made it 3 times. Is this going to be my thing? No, I think it's. I don't know. Anyway, I still have that left. So I still got a couple of antlered fish to catch. So, and those are some of the ones you get you get build up your bait coin for sure, and you get some of them you get a lot of trophy line so the challenges are pretty cool. So I would check them out at least, see where you stand on them, especially if you're close to one and you're going to a water, you happen to be going to a fishing to a waterway that you might be able to complete that challenge if you had it in thought process while you were there. That's all. Just saying. All right, what else, Buck? Luke Cohen, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, we're going to talk about that. That new, what they call stick that they gave us. Well, after you complete a certain mission, I don't even remember which mission it was now. where we got the stick. It had to be the one right before the monster mission. Pretty sure that's the one it was. So it was In Search of the Japanese Legends. That's probably the one that gave us the stick. We're going to go talk about that. In fact, why not just go talk about that now, Buck, since you're in the mood, in a lovely mood for that. All right, get over here. Come on. This sweet little baby here. All right. Well, it's a spinning rod. It's the lightest spinning rod. In fact, we're in the shop. This isn't even available. There isn't a rod. Usually there's something in the shop close to one of these DLC rods, or it is a shop rod, just all painted up and maybe with a little more horsepower and the durability, things like that. Some rods are unique, and this one's a unique one because I think there's three. We got three spinning rods in there. They're 143, 148, 154, something like that. But they're all exactly the same, half ounce to 4 ounce, and which is cool. These guys are not meant to catch your big tuna and stuff like that. They're meant for the smaller fish. Your greater amberjacks and your trevallies of that nature, and you can get the lighter plugs on them. You can put a double hook pilker on this thing. No, I don't think you can put a double hook. No, because the smallest double hook pilker is 4 3/8. But you can throw single hook pilkers on here, right? And you can use your mini pilkers on here. So you got the 2 4/5 that'll work. The 3 1/2 will work. So you can get up to a 6/0 hook on this thing, which is sweet. There's nothing wrong with that. But the key thing with the spinning rod is that half ounce. So because then you can throw all of your where are they at, Buck? I think they're over here. Yeah, you got your bucktails and your octopus jigs. These are smaller weighted, a half ounce, 3/4 of an ounce, something like that. You need to be able to throw all this stuff, and that's what these rods were intended to do. These spinning rods. Okay. Now they gave us a spinning rod. Now 143 in the shop, I believe we'll go over it. Yeah, 143 is the smallest one. So this critter, 132.3 pounds. It's okay if you're not catching unis of the of your trevallies and your Japanese amberjacks of that nature. As long as you're not up in that uni area, you'll be okay with this because they all go down to 55 line weight. Now here's the killer though. They kicked this all the way up to 4 15/16. Why they didn't go to 5, I don't know, but it wouldn't have mattered because we don't have anything that matters right there in that 5 ounce that you can put on here anyway. It's over 5 ounces. Okay, so in fact, let's go over there, Buck, so we have them up. I think they're right here, aren't they? Yeah. No, I wanted to. Well, it's just the same as any of the other guys as far as the pilkers go. It's hard plugs. That's what I wanted to do. Because this one here, though, will allow you, this stick, it will allow you to throw a couple of hard plugs on here. Now you can get you got the 2 2/3 will work. Because none of these other spinning rods, well, yeah, this one will take that one, just only up to 3 ounces. Okay. So all the way up. Now this guy will actually take the 3 ounce one, and then the trophy. I believe the trophy one is 4. It's a 4 ounce one. The trophy plug. I think I have it on something, don't I? No, I don't have it on something. Oh well. But it's 2 ounce minimum. You can't put any. You can't put any of the jigs on it. You can't put any of the bucktails on them. You can't put, as far as spinning gear goes, that's it. Nothing except for right in the middle. It's specifically two to, you got a couple of lures that this rod is useful for, and that's it. So, uh, eh, it doesn't get very good marks for me. That's all I gotta say. I wouldn't have paid money for it. Put it that way. But, they gave it to me. All right. I wouldn't have paid a dime for a setup like this. It's just not versatile enough. Too specific. Okay, guys, let's talk. Oh, I never even got over there, you dummy buck. Hi, Jules. Sitting here talking. Yeah, I'm over here talking and yakking and talking about the damn fishing poles. And of course, nobody's seeing what I'm talking about. I do that all the time. It's just one of them days for me. One of them days for Buck. Yeah. So, like I was saying, folks, it's just a specific, the thing's very specific. 2 to 4 and 15, 16. That's it. You're in trouble anywhere else you try to put anything on this stick. It's just, somebody's calling me. I don't know what that is. Bells ringing now in the background. Alrighty, let's go talk a little bit about the Halloween event. We're gonna start at, Buck. Oh my gosh, so much to start at. Unbelievable stuff to start at. Alright, start at the beginning. Diary of Supernatural Explorer, pretty easy. Not do that guy, right? Boom, bang, find the chest. Phantom Ship Mysteries. Those, those were the ones, fellas. Those were a lot of fun. Actually, a lot of fun. The Colorado one, the Phantom Canoe, that really wasn't that hard with the flies. You didn't, I didn't get in trouble at all with the amount of flies. It wasn't an issue there. Um, it just worked out pretty nice because I think they did that on purpose, kind of like leading us in before they really smacked us around and give us one of them kick in the teeth, which was coming. It was coming soon down the road. All right, and here it comes, the Roman mystery, Phantom Merchant Ship. Well, folks, got to travel to the Tiber, find a merchant ship, no problem there. Asp, chub, or grayling. Now, I talked to a lot of guys. Some guys went the asp route because they were more comfortable with asp. Um, I, on the other hand, didn't like where my asp spots were because I was worried about the bait. And where mine are, there's a lot of other fish in there, not just asp. I don't have a located, where it's just asp. I don't know if there is one on the Tiber. So I chose not to go with that fish. Now, I knew I wanted to go after it. And also, the chubs run hard with the asp. So that kind of up because you had a chance of catching either one of them probably in that same area. So that was a good thing there if you did want to go after them. I kind of decided, and we talked to a lot of guys here in the Discord server, coaches the same way, and we wanted to hit the because we have spots where we can just get grayling and not get eaten up, and we hit that. So if you watch the video there, I give all the spots out there where we were at, and actually the spot we fished. Thanks, Super Dave. Coach brought Super Dave's spot in and posted it up there on our map where we were fishing, and we actually fished that one. So it worked very, very well. I think I only lost maybe one to a trout, possibly two at that spot. And that's the kind of the thing you want to do. I mean, you got to save them baits. That costs money. Costs money. Um, the carp. The carp did me in there. That was the one that did me in because you had to do that because the grayling was still on the bloody flies. Okay, now the carp was on the blood dough balls, and everything's in there as well as catfish. They love dough balls, so you're gonna catch a lot, and you had to catch uh, 20 of these guys. 20 carp. I mean, it was 13 of the grayling, or whatever you wanted to catch on the bloody flies. It had to be 13 of them, and 20. And it either was carp or barwel. And the barwel, where I fished down by the bridge, the barwel were in there also. So I was thinking, okay, my odds are pretty good. I can catch a couple. And I did. I think I got 2 barwel out of that 20. Not enough, though, that I thought I was. In fact, my barwel spot, I was keeping one rod over there to the right in that spot, but it was mostly dead for night. That's the one that kept hitting. They kept biting my what are those critters called? The bluegill skeletons were eaten over there in that one corner close where I think the barbels are at. This is all just a thought process in my head. All right. So anyway, that one there's tough. You're going to need some bait for that. Unless the RNG gets lucky for you, you're cool. All right, what was next that we did? The Roman Mystery was next. The double-headed eel. Now, that was right there. It was all right there at the old bridge. That was a lot of fun. You run around and go up to the castle and dump everything in, the whole little deal there, which was kind of cool. And then you get to go fight the double-headed eel. They were pretty easily, no big issue there figuring out what to do. They show up, it's typical monster fish stuff. Um, you didn't have to hunt them, they were there. So, the next one we did, Scandinavian Mystery, the Phantom Drakkar. That was a lot of fun because I like Sonderbagsea. I like going over there, and I like to fish the carp over there in that hole. So I went to my old carp hole. So that there was a lot of fun. You want to check out that video there. We had a lot of fun catching the big heads over there on Mead, on the Suttinger's Mead. And you only needed 8 of them. Of course, this one here was the tangled wire deal. But they gave you the spots. And it was pretty simple. You just go and throw it in there and yank them out. So that was pretty good there. Then it was what off? The Scandinavian Mystery. Again, and it was the big head, the monster big head. Good fight. That one there, that was a real good fight there. That big head carp, especially from land. So that's always a lot of fun. You gotta run him down. He was pretty big, so I think mine actually my big head made the board. I think it was like 50 something on the leaderboard. So I had a lot of fun with that fish. It's on the video. Check it out. You'll like that one. What came up next? And the Phantom Long Canoe we did. Phantom Long Canoe. That was Maku Maku. That one didn't take long at all. In fact, if I remember right, if you had a 4, on the rack. Oh, that's a really good. Yeah, check that video out, guys, because the one hole I was at there, I remember there, I do a lot of explaining on being able to see. This is where I talk about all the time, sight fishing, actually seeing your fish and throwing towards them and seeing them. Well, in here, it's a little tougher because they don't show up until your bait's in the water or your lure's in the water. So you can't just drive around and look for them because they're not, they don't materialize yet. Unfortunately, I don't know anyway of any game that would be able to do that. But once your bait's in the water, then these fish show up, and you can see them show up. You can see what type of fish it is. You can tell right away whether it's a big one, a little one, and the thing was there, I was getting lucky there. I was fishing in a spot where I had good vision into the water, and I was able to keep the bait away from everything that wasn't a Bayar or a Jacunda. So that was a lot of fun there. I go through a lot of that. I had a couple of Arapaimas chasing me in the video there, chasing that bait. What they were doing chasing those Kirstaraku minnows on a number 4 hook, I have no idea. But they like that bait. So you got to watch out for that, because I was actually anchored down in my boat right there. That could have been a terrible thing for me, latching onto one of those guys. Alrighty, Phantom Long Crew. That was that one there. And the Pyar went pretty easy there. That was same spot. You know, once you get the water, once you get your bait in the water, you're good to go. All right, here, Buck. Peruvian mystery, the vampire Bayara. Then we fought the monster fish. The monster fishes, I thought all in all were pretty cool. They fought really hard, so and we got a lot of them to catch. So that was a lot of fun because I actually was at a point where your gear comes into play. Did the durability of your gear? Did you maintain it properly in fighting these fishes when you get down? And I chose that was one of the reasons because my gear was getting kind of at the end there at the very end, and I saw what kind of gear I had left, so I didn't want to end up fighting the Triara after I'd already fought the Bayara and the Pyara. So there was a reason that I stayed right there at that boat in the video there. I stayed right there and I went after that Triara, the Triaras first, because they're the bigger fighting fish. I wanted to fight them with the best amount of durability I had on my sticks. So I chose them first, and I figured whatever was left, well then at least I knew the two fish I was about to fight next were going to be weaker. So that was my tactic there. It worked out for Buck. It got me down there though. I was worried a little bit. In fact, I ran out of line and I had to use old line that I had in that was already 50% beat up. Oh, all right. That's something to think about there. Make sure you pay attention to your mechanics of your sticks there, your durabilities before you go into these fights. You could get yourself in trouble. All right. Well, we talked about the Phantom. Oh, no, we didn't. What was the last one we did there? Oh, that was number 4. Double-headed eel. We talked about, the Vampire Bararo. That was number 9. Number 10. The Bolivian Mystery was next. The Phantom Flute. Skull missions. Tough. Really tough. That's all I can say. Tough. You didn't have to catch a lot of fish. However, it was timed. And that makes any event tough. I mean, we need 3. You got to get 3 red peacocks. You need 5. For you guys that may not have gotten to this point yet in there, 5 tambaqui, 3 gilded, 2 triharas, 5 cerulean cats. Now, in hindsight, I would say, fellas, folks, my friends, jump down there and do the gilded and cerulean first. As soon as you jump in there, as soon as you spawn in, you'll get the cerulean. Click that off. Immediately run back to the point, and the gilded will be right there where you're going to fish. Hit that one at the same time. Drop your stands in there. You can take a look at my video. Drop into the water right there. You'll have both of them. Clean them right up. That's the way to do that. Now, the red peacock. I think I stumbled across the quickest, best way to do that, and it's in the video. You're right there at the village where the red skull is. Just come straight down, get on the dock, turn to 130, and you'll see the spot right there in front of that stump sticking out of the water. Throw a walker in there and twitch it. Good luck. RNG. I mean, that was on that. Did you get the 3 to hit in 38 minutes? Took me 4 attempts. 4 attempts on that one. Now, the gilded, like I said, got him the first attempt, got the cerulean on the first attempt. You could have done them together. The triaras, a couple of spots that you could have done that in. I don't know where, right there at the boat dock. I have caught triara right off of that. If you're standing on the boat dock to the right, there's another stump sticking out of the water. I have caught triara there, but never enough to stick in my brain that I could catch a couple of them. And I never registered that spot as a trahara spot in my head to go there and fish. But they're there because they do that in again. I mean, you got to know because you want to be able to click that timer. All right, click that timer. Now, if you're, we'll talk about that one next. That's where the real managing the timer comes into. So, um, I went to the trahara spot, clicked it off, jumped in the boat, zipped up, left up the river there to the spot. You can check it out in the video. Dropped right in there real fast and picked them up on a buzz bait with a newt trailer on that. So those two weren't very hard. In fact, I don't know I didn't write down how many minutes we had for that one. I think it was about 30 minutes too, because I was 19 minutes in and didn't have a bite yet. But they when they start to hit, you can catch them pretty fast. Now the tambaqui. I still want to say this because I'm bullheaded. And it just never worked out for me. The RNG just never worked. The way to do this is with 4 or 5 bottom rods. You got to have that. And actually, no, not for this guy. Look at my notes here again. This was my match rods. I actually had to go back and get more match rods for the tambaqui. Right there where their skull is in Selva. Well, you can pick them up right there in Selva. So what I was doing was the first time I was down there, I think in the first 7 attempts, I only had one match rod. So I was doing it with one pole. All right, so I had it in there, and I figured out right off the bat that as soon as you get him latched up, you're gonna it's a tambaqui. I mean, he hits the bank. He's up on the bank. So you got a tambaqui. Put it back down in the rod stand, then go start that timer. Come back, pick him up, fight him. Now at least you've already got one right off the bat when the timer started. And then your chances are much better of getting those last 3. I could never get 5 with one pole in the allotted time frame. So I left, went back, got more. I think I got two more match rods. So I had 3 of them. Came back and did it with 3 match rods. And I had a double on once and I lost one of them in the rod stand. But I would get 4. Couldn't get 5. 4 was kind of the best I could do at that point. So at that point I decided, all right, I'm going to do it. I basically hit the thing at Selva, fast forwarded to the boat dock, got in the boat, went back up to the trahara spot, which is also a tambaqui spot right there, and dropped my 5 rods in the water there, and we were all right. So everything worked out okay. Managed to make it. And that was all those guys there. Now, the Vampire Pirate, not a big deal there. He was all right. Amazon Mystery, the Phantom Steamboat. What did we do there? Oh, that was the one with the boat. The boat challenge, you had to run through the maze. Took me a couple tries there, but, you make note of that. The boat challenges aren't really that hard. It just takes, once you learn the route where you're supposed to go ahead of time, you make too many wrong turns the first time. So then we did what? The Amazon Mystery Vampire Triaras. Oh, that was all the vampire, the 3, 3, and 3, and take them to the steamboat. That was a lot of fun, guys. That one there, you'll enjoy that one a lot. Because it wasn't but what was nice about this is you didn't have to go hunt them. They kind of gave you where they were at. It doesn't take them long. It's not like you're spending a lot of time between bites because the fights are so cool. I mean, these fish fight so hard. I just loved it. Gotta tell you, I've got video of these guys up in the air, 20 feet in the air, and coming over rocks. It's pretty cool. Then we were off to the Congo, the Phantom Old Ferry. And that was kind of some laid-back fishing there. At the Congo, we had to get some draft fish. We had to get the purple labios. So that was kind of sweet there. Nothing had really that was difficult to do, other than the fact that again it's I think because we had we had poison maggots for those labios, and you're gonna, depending on where your labio spots are at, everything else in there, the bulldogs, the red the red nose, the banded tilapia, the now tilapia. They all eat this stuff. So I was sweating it on that one a little bit until I moved in the back 40 there. If you check out the video where my spot was there, you don't have that problem then. It's basically just the labios in there and a Cornish Jack. You can grab him in there. But, the red nose is going to get you in there a little bit. Okay, what else did we go after in there then? And then the giraffe cat thing was fairly easy. That was right at the spawning joints, I think, at the Wild Islands, Wild Wilderness or something, right there off the spawning spot, just straight in front and ahead of you. You'll hit them. Didn't take long there. The big catfish was cool. I liked him. Fought him in the boat. Those drums they could do without. Be prepared for that. You can't turn them off. Alrighty, Buck. That looks like your 30 minutes are up. Well, guys, Japan. We'll talk a little bit about Japan tonight at 8 o'clock because we're going there. We're going to Japan. We're going to do a little fishing up there. We're going to hit a couple of spots that may help you out. One of the challenges in the Halloween mission is to fill a 1,400-pound net full of fish. And when you get that done, well, then you can move on and go talk to the ghost dude. The ghost dude's pretty cool. He doesn't say much though. Doesn't say much at all. So we're gonna hit Japan tonight. We're gonna try to hit a couple of spots there to help you guys out with. If you fish over here, it won't take you long to fill that 1,400 pounds. And we'll see you later. Thanks ever so much for watching. Never ever give up the fight. See you later, Jules.